Don't Worry Darling, directed by Olivia Wilde, is a psychological thriller set in the seemingly idyllic 1950s inspired suburb Victory. The film follows Alice, a devoted housewife who spends her days cooking, cleaning and shopping, waiting for her husband to come home from his mysterious job. Victory appears as a perfect suburban neighbourhood, but Alice begins to notice inconsistencies and uncovers the truth. Victory is not a real suburb, but a technically simulated world, created by men to entrap themselves and their partners in a fantasy of control and simplicity. Victory is overseen by Frank, who maintains the illusion through psychological conditioning and surveillance. The men leave the simulation for the real world to carry out their jobs while women remain captive inside it. When Alice learns the truth, she kills Jack and escapes the artificial suburb, reclaiming agency over her stolen life. This reveal is what transforms the film into a representation of the decline of modernity. Victory appears as a perfect suburb, but beneath lies a deeper message that modernity, rather than progressing, has declined into control and illusion. This video essay explores how Don't Worry Darling uses Suburbia to demonstrate the failure of modernity's promise to deliver progress such as gender equality and freedom. Marshall Berman states that to be modern is to find ourselves in an environment that promises adventure, power, joy, growth, transformation of ourselves and the world, and at the same time threatens to destroy everything we have, everything we know, and everything we are. This can be seen in Don't Worry Darling.
What is the enemy of progress?
Chaos.
Yes.
It shows that modernity is going backwards and declining into misogynistic views and sexism from the past.
We men, we ask for strength, a shoulder to cry on, food at home, a house cleaned.
Many filmmakers such as Olivia Wilde return to Suburbia because it is a strong visual for American promises such as progress, safety and order.
What are we doing?
Changing the world.
What are we doing?
Changing the world.
That's right.
When these promises break down, it becomes a metaphor for decline. What was once a vision of future is now represented as a trap.
Frank has built something truly special. What he's created out here, it's a different way. A better way. Welcome to the Victory Project.
Victory is introduced as a suburban ideal, and Dickinson notes that American suburban houses are well kept and fronted by steps and porches, and that central to this creation of a sense of safety is a deployment of spatial imaginary, reminding residents that the space they live, work, shop and play is in fact safe.
The one thing they ask of us is to stay here, where it's safe.
Wilde constructs this image of safety and order with the visual use of perfectly polished cars, identical housing and perfectly cut front lawns. The film also uses symmetrical wide shots and smooth tracking camera movements, which reinforces the suburb's sense of order. Everything about Victory is designed to communicate safety, stability and progress. Wilde uses this built-up perfection to drastically show the cracks. Alice, unravelling the technological truths behind the artificially perfect suburb, aligns with Museo and Harper, who note that cinematic suburbs often expose the cracks or decay in the expected visual perfection. This decay in visual perfection is shown on screen literally in Don't Worry Darling through many scenes such as when Alice encounters a plane crash. The shots become disoriented and jagged, breaking the controlled rhythm of the suburb. The decay of the visual perfection is also used as a metaphor for the decline becoming apparent. Modernity is the ideal of progress, and this decay in Victory shows that the technological advancements can be used to oppress misogynistic fantasies. When Alice presses against the window, her reflection distorts until the glass wraps around her. This shows that the suburb is suffocating her. This can also be seen through the character of Margaret. And Margaret's questioning of Victory and the death of her child and her eventual suicide functions not only as a response to the simulation's falseness, but as a tragic reflection of the crushing misogyny and emotional suffocation placed on women in the 1950s suburbia. Throughout the film, Alice is framed as crazy for questioning the suburb.
Everyone is acting like I'm crazy.
This ties into themes of control and misogyny. The film visually portrays her as unstable, such as in the scenes of her at Frank's dinner party.
Dr. Collins prescribed you a suite of medications which you were clearly not taking. The question is why?
He's lying to us. He's lying to all of us.
As well as the dialogue, the rapid close-ups of Alice's confused expressions isolate her in a room full of people. This cinematic choice reflects the history in suburban narrative where women who reject domestic conformity are viewed as crazy. As Alice questions Victory, she is repeatedly medicalised and dismissed, most notably when she is sent to the doctor, where clinical lighting and framing reduce her resistance to hysteria. When Alice is sent to the doctor, she has visions of her real life, where it is revealed that Alice is a surgeon in the real world, which intensifies the film's critique of modernity, as a highly skilled professional woman is stripped of her autonomy and reduced to a housewife. Men like Jack place themselves and their partners into Victory in pursuit of a so-called better life, but in doing so rob women of their autonomy. Men robbing women of their lives with advanced technology is a decline in modernity, as this progress technology is used to fail women and worsen gender equality.
I saved your life.
It's not true.
No, listen to me.
It's not true.
You worked all the
I
time.
wanted to work. I loved working. What?
You were miserable. You were so unhappy. You hated your life.
It was my life. My life. You don't get to take that from me.
I gave this to you.
Haspel describes suburbs as preeminently controlled environments. In Victory, this visual and psychological control is gendered. The men enforce the order, and when women such as Alice question this, they are labelled as hysterical.
Why are we here?
Instead of using technology to move society forward, the men, including Jack, use it to retreat into a gendered domestic 1950s fantasy where their power and control is unquestioned.
Listen to me, you do not let her exit.
The suburban simulation shows the decline of modernity because it turns technological progress into a tool for regression. It shows the decline of modernity as a metaphor for the modern day men who are now progressing literally backwards into past views and sexism. It shows that sexism is still a strong struggle in women's day-to-day lives and is not progressed. It also weaponizes modern tech to recreate a world built on sexism. And don't worry darling, the suburb of Victory is more than just aesthetically pleasing. It is a symbol of modernity's decline. It shows how technological progress is no longer leading forward but looping backwards by being used to entrap women into a sexist path. Victory looks perfect because it has to. Its American suburban perfection is the mask that reveals that modernity's promise of progress, of gender equality and freedom has failed.